NetherGames and Hyperlands are very similar yet unique in their own way, and it causes there to be a lot of arguments and questions such as which server has the better version of Bedwars, or which server has the better version of Skywars. But surprisingly enough, nobody has tried to give an unbiased answer to those questions. So today I'll be comparing the similar game modes on both servers with each other and answer the question of which server you should play on. So let's start off with Bedwars, as that definitely is not the game mode I play the most. Now, I played Hyperlands for a couple hours just for this video, and I have to say, it was surprisingly enjoyable. I think I've sort of lost the definition of fun while grinding for NetherGames. I haven't really enjoyed Bedwars as much as I think I used to, because playing Hyperlands Bedwars felt like I was playing Bedwars for the first time all over again. It felt like I had to relearn some things, but it also felt familiar at the same time, and it felt like when I was relearning everything, I was relearning it correctly, and it was just fun. I had a great time, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't some flaws. While it has a lot of positives like really good block registration, it has some slower paced games with slower gens, which is sometimes really fun. It has good item prices like shears only costing 10 iron. While it has all that, it has, in my opinion, a pretty bad quick buy. It is a fast quick buy, like it opens really quickly. For example, if you're getting chased by somebody, I would rather be playing Hyperlands than other games, because on Hyperlands the shop is gonna instantly open when I click on it, and I can buy something as soon as possible. While in other games the shop is a bit more laggy. But what NetherGames does have that Hyperlands doesn't is, number one, more items, and number two, a bigger quick buy menu. What, you have like 21 items in your quick buy? That's just crazy. Whereas on Hyperlands you only have a stone sword, wool blocks, tools, and pretty sure TNT 2 in your quick buy, which is nothing. I mean, I found myself not buying iron swords because I had to click another icon to buy the sword. I was just so used to using a quick buy and not going to a different category to buy something that I just stopped buying it. I bought TNT instead, which I normally don't ever buy because I buy iron swords and gapples with it. But something else that NetherGames has that Hyperlands should have is more items. Now, there's been some jokes that some NetherGames items are really stupid and dumb, but having niche items creates good strategy, and Hyperlands has less items than NetherGames has, but some items on Hyperlands are better. For example, you have an auto bridger, which is really useful for mobile players. I mean, mobile players already play Hyperlands because block lag doesn't exist on there, but it's even better now because you've got stuff like auto bridgers, which help mobile players a lot. If you're a mobile player and you cannot bridge on NetherGames, just don't bother. Go play Hyperlands. I mean, if you really like NetherGames, then go play it, obviously, but if you don't really like NetherGames Bedwars that much and you want to switch, go ahead and switch. Now, if you're a PC or controller player and you want to like have some sweaty games, I mean, go try Hyperlands, I guess, but I think NetherGames is still better, at least in my opinion. Now, not a lot of people know this, but Bridge is actually the only other game mode I play besides Bedwars, and thus I have a lot to say about Bridge. First of all, NetherGames' block height is stupid, and that's why Hyperlands is better. I'm just gonna say it right here. NetherGames has what, like a 15 block limit. It is stupidly high. Maybe it's not 15, maybe it's like 10 or 11. It is really high. It is stupidly high, and it's so frustrating because if you can, for example, just click 20 and you have low ping and you can constantly triple stack, you're just gonna bypass everybody. You can just jump over somebody and go score, and it's so frustrating to play against people like that. On Hyperlands, it just doesn't happen because build height is way lower. You get to build height like the first 50 seconds of the game, and after that it's just based on whoever's the better PvPer, not whoever can spam blocks harder. One thing NetherGames does have that Hyperlands doesn't is you can hippo or block off your gold better than on Hyperlands. On Hyperlands, every single time you score, it removes the blocks from your goal area, and it's frustrating if you want to play defensively. If the other player is good and want to play for time, you just can't do that because you constantly have to rebuild your hippo, which is what you call when you block off your goal. But at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to block lag, if I'm being completely honest. If NetherGames didn't have block lag, I wouldn't be getting as mad about the whole build height thing. It still is a big deal, but if NetherGames just didn't have block lag, I wouldn't be getting mad about this at all. If you want to play Bridge, just go play Hyperlands. It's so much better, especially 2v2s. 2v2s are so much fun if you have a competent teammate and the other team is also competent. I mean, obviously go try NetherGames' Bridge if you haven't tried it yet, but I think Hyperlands' version is definitely better. Now, what's my conclusion? Well, surprisingly enough, it's Hyperlands. I didn't really think that was gonna be the conclusion of this video. I honestly thought it was gonna be NetherGames, but after doing some research, I've really noticed how good Hyperlands is. When playing Hyperlands, it just felt like a clean experience. It felt like there were no bugs. I didn't notice any bugs if there were some. I also didn't notice any hackers either, which was a great thing. It just felt like a good server with a consistent experience, and I just had fun. Funny enough, I go back on other games to play a couple games, and I meet a hacker first game, and it was so weird because I'm like used to it subconsciously, but consciously I'm like, wait, I'm not actually used to this. I've just played like 2 hours of Hyperlands without meeting a single hacker, and I just meet a hacker while I play another games again. It definitely felt very weird. You know, it really feels like the people that develop Hyperlands play their own game mode. They play their own game modes, and if they come across a bug, they stop what they're doing and they go fix the bug because it's disturbing them on a personal level. It's not the same thing if somebody messages you and they say, oh, there's this bug, can you fix it? I mean, maybe it's a priority for you to fix it because you want their experience to be the best it possibly could be, but you're not as invested as if you play it yourself and you want to fix it for the sake of your experience being better. NetherGames' owners don't really play their own server, developers don't really play their own server, most of the staff don't really play anymore either, and it just makes them care a tiny bit less. It doesn't mean that they don't care at all, it just means that they don't care as much. They're not gonna stay awake all night adding an update because they want to have a better experience tomorrow playing themselves. And even if it's not like that on Hyperlands, I appreciate that they take the time to make it feel that way. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have anything to say, then let me know in the comments below. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get very heated in the comments below. If you want to support my content in any way, then liking and subscribing is an option. It's there, and I would appreciate it too. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.